Good mythical afternoon, everyone. I'm Mr. Ajala. I'm your student's U.S. History or U.S. History Advanced teacher here this year at Odyssey Junior Senior High. So I just wanted to welcome you to my classroom, give you a little bit of a background about myself and some policies and other things in my classroom. So this way, I can hopefully help clarify any questions or concerns that you may have. So to start with this, I kind of want to talk about myself just for that you get a little bit of background who I am as an educator and as a person. So this is one of my favorite quotes, and it's really my teaching philosophy. Educate and inform the whole mass of the people. They are the only sure reliance for the preservation of our liberty, by Thomas Jefferson. And the reason to me that this is my teaching philosophy is that under a Republican form of government, the only way that our society continues is if our citizenry and our residents are educated. If you do not understand our history, our culture, how we work, and our governmental systems and how to create change, there's no way for understanding or for our society to continue, because we've got to have a critical thinking society that can look at information, pull it apart, synthesize it, and come out with new ideas. And that's why I'm here. I'm here to help your 8th grader get ready for high school, to make sure that they know how to do notes, how to do critical thinking, how to be able to read primary sources, and how to think deeper in U.S. history, not just at the surface level. So from there, a little bit more about my education. So I am a graduate of Eau Gallie High School. I graduated 2005. I'm just going to move my face a little bit because it was kind of in the way. I have an AA, Associate of Arts, from Brevard Community College, which is now Eastern State. I have a Bachelor's of Science in Social Science Education with a focus on comparative politics from the University of Central Florida. My certifications include I am certified to teach 6 to 12 social science education. That's history, civics, world history, American history, psychology, sociology, government, economics, anything that is a social science. And I'm also certified K through 12 gifted, which is why I focus on the upper level thinking skills. So a little bit more about myself. So I've been teaching now for over 12 years, and then at Odyssey Charter School, junior senior high, for over 9 years. At the moment, I am the 7th grade team lead. I've also I also had some prior experiences that you may like to know. So for example, I was the Founders Awardee, aka the Teacher of the Year for the school year 2020 to 2021 for Odyssey Junior Senior High. I've been the 8th grade team lead off and on throughout the years. I've been the social science department head off and on throughout these years. And it's also the original founder of the Odyssey Charter Junior Senior Student Government, which is now ran by my esteemed colleague, Mr. Pagel. Yeah, lots of stuff. So, some hobbies about myself. Oh, my face is on some of my plants. Let's move it over there. So, some of my hobbies include I love spending time with my wife and my son. I say the number one thing I am is a husband and a father first. And I believe family should always come first. I love to garden. I have lots of fruit trees. I have about 13 different trees on my property that have some type of fruit, from oranges to American persimmons, tangerines, plantains, dragon fruit, sweet apple or custard apple, sometimes also known as sweet sop. I love to read different things. At the moment, I'm reading Marcus Aurelius's Meditations because I do believe that no matter your age, you should always be constantly trying to improve yourself. I like to play a lot of computer games, and I like to build PCs or computers. So if you notice on the upper right, that's actually my rig that I took a picture of just a while ago when my son and I were working on some spelling and getting him ready for kindergarten. So it's been awesome. So from there, a little bit about my class. So my course is an advanced level survey course, beginning with European exploration of the Americas, approximately 1492 CE, all the way to the end of Reconstruction, approximately 1877 CE. So this includes things like the Columbian Exchange, development of the British American colonies, early years of the United States, issues with dealing with Southern slavery, the formation of political parties, and the causes and the effects of the Civil War. So quite a bit that we do this year in this course. So a little bit about my course outline. So let's move my head. Woo! Sorry, sometimes you gotta do some sound effects. Quarter one, we introduced the social sciences and geography basics, how to read a compass, roads, longitude, latitude, 5 things of geography. We talked about the pre-Columbian exchange. We spoke about European exploration, the colonization of the Americas. And at the moment and also the English colonies begin to develop. Quarter two, we continue looking at the English colonies develop. We talk about the American Revolutionary War and from the Articles of Confederation to the brand new U.S. Constitutions. Quarter three, we start off with Washington's presidency, formation of political parties, the Industrial Revolution, Jacksonian democracy. Quarter four, we focus on Western expansion, politics of slavery, and the Civil War. So quite a bit to go through, and of course, we can do it. So let's continue on our merry way. So a little bit about the curriculum. So this is our textbook that we use, The Americans by Holt McDougall. We do mini DBQs from the DBQ project and some that I've created myself, and we use the U.S. Constitution, Articles of Confederation, Bill of Rights, the amendments, and other primary documents throughout this course. So we also use things like Edpuzzle, which is mostly my homework. They're usually pre-recorded videos, usually myself completing a lecture. Also, Crash Course U.S. History, Oversimplified, got some, and Mr. Betts' YouTube channel on YouTube. Some really great things to help you double down and review as well. So let's talk about grades. So my grades are point-based. So the easiest way to describe this is that the more points it's worth, the heavier it is weighted. For example, a test or project is 100 or more points, while a quiz is between 10 and 30. So on average, it takes about 4 quizzes to make 1 test. And it's designed that way so that when you take that quiz, if your grade's good or bad or whatever it is, it's more or less an indicator of, are you doing all right? Do you need to do a little bit more studying? And just kind of a warning to both the student, the parent, and myself of what needs to be reviewed. Classwork and homework is 5 to 20 points, depending on the length of time and the amount of information. And bell work usually ranges between 10 to 20 points, depending on what we're doing. From there, my late work policy. So I am a history teacher, so my late work policy is quite strict. I'm probably one of the strictest around in the area. Though I do have some flexibility. So students are always given ample time to complete assignments, including the stuff that's digital, usually 2 to 3 days, so that if they need to come into the TLC early in the morning at 7:30 to work on it, or if there's another item that has importance, that they are able to shift around their schedule to be successful. My homework, assignments, lecture notes, and any other materials can be found on my Canvas webpage via ClassLink. Late work is accepted for reduced credit up to 5 days after the due date. And then that late work is reduced 10% per day up to the 5-day mark. So for example, if something is due on Wednesday and your child or student gets it to me on Friday, it's 2 days late. Thus, they lose 20% overall. And then on day 6, I do wish your student to complete the work because they still need that information to pass this class, though it is unlikely to be graded because it is past the due date policy. So please be aware, I am really strict on this. As I tell my students, it's like the history teacher, the guy obsessed with time, is obsessed with due dates and time management. So how to help finding information in student help. So first thing I need to make sure is that you can see, let's move my face. There we go. Sorry about the line in my head. There we go. That might make some people happy. First thing is you need the Launchpad, which is classlink.com/OdysseyFL. So that's shown right over here. That's really important. That's kind of where all of your different links are held. And there you can get to Canvas, which has your coursework, daily agenda, due dates, and coursework, and other information. Information for those who are quarantined can also be found there. Grades may be found on Focus via ClassLink. Please be aware that on ClassLink, Canvas does have grades on it, but because Focus is where the district and the state wants everything posted, that is where the most updated grades will always be held. And then you have also access to the Office suite, aka Office 365, via this as well. Word, PowerPoint, Excel, OneDrive, and your student email, Outlook, may also be found there. So from there, More information and things to help you out. I'm going to try to move my head somewhere. There we go. That's about what you're going to find. So tutoring, makeup, and test retake opportunities are every Wednesday morning starting at 8 a.m. Just ask for a pass. Let's say you didn't do too well on the Unit 3 test or the Unit 2 test. Review, do some studying, come back in on Wednesday morning and retake it. Bada bing, bada boom, we're done. If you still don't like the grade, try again. You have till the end of the 9 weeks to get that done. If you also need to make up a test, you can do that during Finish Friday or 6 Saturdays. Please just make sure that if there's anything specific that you are requesting, that you do give me a heads up so that I'm able to make sure that it's in the folder for those teachers who are here. And on Success Saturday, there's a certified teacher here to help with any questions they may need, either for my course or other courses like math, ELA. Everyone is here to help. So how do you ParentTeacher Conferences? So the 8th grade team is available via appointment on Thursday morning starting at 8:15 a.m. This can be done in person or via Zoom. So you just send an email to a teacher saying that you would request a parent-teacher conference. We send that up to our team lead, and the team lead will then reach out to begin to give you a time and try to help you get a parent-teacher conference as quickly as possible. So just a heads up on that. But please always feel free to reach out to us teachers via email first, because a lot of the things that do come up can be sorted out via email or through a phone call. So if that's your preference, please reach out. The best way is always through email. My email is Ayala, R-A-Y-A-L-A, the letter R, at odysseycharterschool.com. I usually respond within 2 school or business days. So just a heads up. And if you have any concerns or issues, please reach out. Understand, I'm here to help and to prepare for your student for high school. That is my #1 key. And as I like to say in my hometown, don't forget to be awesome.